Hi Virgo, my name is Audrey Alison, and this is your August 2014 forecast for the month. Thank you so much for tuning in and for subscribing and liking and sharing these posts and for booking with me. I appreciate that. And if you're interested in a reading, I read all through the week. I do tarot readings, but I also do a combination tarot astrological reading. You can find all the information you need on my website at audreyallison.com. And I'm also on Facebook at Audrey Alison Astrology and Tarot. So let's get into the forecast. There's a lot of action for you from the 15th of the month on, Virgo. So let's start at the top of the month with the full moon. It's at 18 degrees Aquarius on the 10th of August, and this is affecting your 6th house of health and daily regimen and routine, and also pets if you have them. So let me discuss this a little bit. The full moon brings an awareness or a culmination to the sector it hits, and it also brings an ending to that sector, in that sector. So you could be ending a health routine or a health regimen that you've implemented previously and finding it doesn't really suit you, or doing something else. You could stop taking health courses or medications for the body at that time and do something else, or you're weaning yourself off of a health routine, like I've said. Also, it could be that you're changing your daily routine or regimen or route, and your work, your job. You're making an ending in this sector at some point in August. I think the full moon's going to bring this to awareness for you. And if you're thinking about doing something else as far as work, this is an important month for you because changes could be easily implemented with the support of the Sun and Mercury and Venus coming up. Okay, so let me go. I'm ahead of myself. Let me go on. On August 12th, Venus is entering Leo. Now, we have Jupiter in Leo until August 11th of 2015. We also have the Sun in Leo at the top of the month, and Mercury there, and Venus entering there on the 12th. So this is amazing support in your 12th house. But the 12th house is a very quiet sector. It is inner reflection and spirituality. It's a deep house. It could be psychic ability as well. And Venus beautifies this sector that she touches. She's also love and money. You could find that you have resources to take classes in spirituality, or some kind of spa service is amazing because the beautification of Venus in the 12th is a very zen, balanced, calm, tranquil ingress. On the 15th of August, Mercury enters Virgo. So this is a very comfortable placement. This is your first house of self, and Mercury is your ruling planet. So your communications are on track. You're easily understood. You like this because you are very analytical. You are the analytical sign, and this is just reinforcing that. So it's giving you the oomph that you need to really express yourself through communications. On the 23rd, the Sun enters Virgo as well. So the Sun and Mercury will be there from the 15th on, and the Sun every year enters Virgo at that time. And it just lights up the center of self. So you'll really get a sense of what you'd like to achieve for this solar year when the Sun enters your sign. On the 25th, there's a new moon at 2 degrees Virgo. So this is perfect. This is your new moon of the year. It's perfect for you to initiate what you'd like to accomplish fiscally. On the 25th as well, there's going to be a trine that happens because we have Jupiter in Leo, and that's in your 12th. But that trines Uranus, who's retrograde in Aries. And this is going to affect the 12th and the 8th house. Now, these are the two most... My astrological board is falling, sorry. These are the two, they're the quietest houses. So there's a lot of deep thought happening here, inner reflection. But the 8th house is also death and transformation and change. It could be taxes and property and wills and inheritances. It's also sex. So there's a lot of different facets of how this can apply, but a trine is very harmonious, and it'll make the two planets work in their most beneficial ways. So with beautification with Venus and the spontaneity and shock and abrupt electricity that Uranus can offer, you could hear about someone's passing suddenly. You could be inspired to create your own will at this time and get it done very readily because it's a harmonious aspect. You could also psychically or intuitively discover through dreams or premonitions where you need to live, what property you need to purchase. Your sex life could be tame at that time as well. I'm trying to think of all the different aspects that this could have. Let me use the cards and see what they come up with. I actually have 2 decks I'm using at this stage. I'll use the Alchemical by Robert M. Place that I use every time, but I just picked up a deck from the French Quarter that really spoke to me, and it's the New Palladini deck by David Palladini. I loved the literature and the medieval and romantic artwork and illustrations on the deck, and the color scheme and palette he used are absolutely amazing. So I am going to implement the deck into the reading. I'll just pull 1 card from the Palladini deck because I want to, acclimate this deck into my life and vice versa. I don't want to rush anything. I do that. I'm trepidatious with my decks when I first get them. Okay, so let's do a 4-card spread and see what's up for August for Virgo, Virgoans. 2 of Cups. Absolute flow of energy, the infinity of the 2 in your relationship. For those of you who aren't in a relationship, this is really positive for drawing one in. Now, your relationship sector is not hit at all in August. However, you know, Pisces is the sign that rules your 7th house of partnerships, and currently we have Neptune stationed in Pisces, retrograde, and Chiron, the wounded healer, is also stationed in Pisces. You could be healing from something still in a relationship. With Neptune reverse, you're going to see things very clearly in this sector because Neptune is delusional, and now he won't have his rose-colored glasses on anymore. So you could actually be identifying something in the relationship. Or for those of you who aren't in a relationship, this has energy for you to really be decisive in picking and selecting the correct partner for yourself, with Neptune retrograde and Chiron helping you heal and process. 3 of Wands. This is my favorite card. I pulled it the last reading. This is replenishment, a new wave of reinforcement. It could also mean travel abroad. This is really heightened card. 9 of Wands is sacrifice, and you're overridden with either passion or you're overridden with the fact of you sacrifice something. I'll do a summation of the reading in a second. I'm just giving a definition of each card. 3 of Swords. This is pain, suffering, rejection, and loss. Now, how I'm interpreting this spread, I really want to say this is regarding the relationship. For those of you in marriages or committed relationships, 2 of Cups is more than just a dating situation. This is the 7th house, not the 5th. You might have to, you feel like you've sacrificed something in this, and maybe you feel like you've lost out on something. However, this is bringing in what you need. This is your ship coming in, or your wave of reinforcement, something to lessen the blow of this pain that you're feeling. And since it's 3 swords, it could be triple, you've felt 3 times as much hurt as maybe you should have. This could also mean that you're overcome with passion in regards to this relationship because you're coming out of something, maybe another relationship, and you quickly got into something else. So you haven't fully healed yet, and you're just putting all of your energy into the new existing partnership to maybe fulfill some of that ache, fill up that void. Just be kind with yourself, be patient, be gentle. You have your 12th house intuitive self lit up with Jupiter there. So you'll be able to pick wisely. I think this card is the redemption of something's coming in to relieve the stressors of the previous cards. Let me pull one card from the Palladini deck and I'll see what it says. Ooh, look at that. Look at this card, the moon. Look at the artwork. I just fell in love with this deck. This is the 12th house. This is it. This is, really hone in on the messages that you're receiving. You see how the golden rays are downloaded or falling from the sky? It's like you're being downloaded with information. Trust your intuition at this time, and you'll be led to the right answer, to the right conclusion. I also think that the moon is representative of Pisces in the tarot, and that is your polar opposite, your soulmate on your solar wheel. I just wanted to say that your first house in these solar scopes will represent your sun sign. However, in astrology, your natal chart is the ascendant that dictates where the first house lies on the astrological wheel. So it is important to get your personal astrological chart done, and please watch your ascendant sign for these tarot scopes because they actually are even more accurate for your true house placements of your natal chart. So to get a full scope, encompass all of the aspects, you want to watch your rising and your sun. Some people do the moon. I think that's a little much just for me, just because the moon is strictly your emotional responses and your feminine intuition, where your moon is placed. And it could get a little confusing if you're trying to incorporate all of them into one monthly scope. So just to not overwhelm the viewer, check out your ascendant first and then your sun sign, or vice versa. I always refer to my ascendant scopes. Anyway, Virgo, I hope that helped, and I hope you have a beautiful month of August. My name is Audrey Alison, and if you'd like to book with me, you can reach me at audreyallison.com. Have a sweet day, and I will see you in September. Bye.